Hi everyone, this is Angela and welcome back to another Plan, Create, Decorate spread. As you can see, I'm going to be getting messy again this week because I want to use some washi tape that I make myself. I've got a stamp that I particularly like that I wanted to see if I could make some washi tape from. So I've got some plain washi tape. That's the roll there. But it's a bit too cream for what I want, given that the pages are white. So I'm going to use some white acrylic paint just to paint the whole of the tape. I'm going to use a big brush because it's quite wide tape. I've got two long pieces that I've set out and a shorter one. Just gives me some options, so I can choose the best one, and I can also use the other one for other projects. So I've got my paint, my brush. I've got a paint bucket here. You can also just use a jam jar or similar, just to clean your brushes. And then I've got a paint palette. You can just use a paper plate or an old saucer, or one of those pads of palette sheets. I'm going to colour it in with some distress ink. Now you can use pens or pencils to colour in, but I particularly like this colour. So I'm going to use a blending pen. This is a Pergamano blending pen I got from Clarity Stamp, and some you can get these nibs. Don't know whether I got the box here. Yeah, so blending pen nibs that you can just slot in. So I'll show you how to use those, but as I say, you can just use pens or pencils. And then I'm going to use actually, I'll just show you this is the stamp I'm going to use. It's a trap, and it's from Clever Prints. So it's a nice kind of abstract modern pattern. And then I'm going to use these. So these are stickers designed by Mary Ellen at Planning with Bumble, that you can either get physical stickers from Archer and Olive, or you can buy a download of them, which is what I've done since I'm in the UK. It's just easier. But it also means I can resize them as well. So I've made them a bit bigger, I think, than they are in real life. So I'll show you how I'm going to use those. So it's going to be a sort of a kind of sketchy spread this week. So I'm probably going to be using some from the journaling and possibly also from the Journaling Doodles book. We'll see. So I have an idea in my head of what it's going to look like. Whether it turns out quite like that, we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to start by painting the washi tape. I'll probably put too much there. I usually put too much out. We'll see. So that I can paint it and then let it dry. So get this done first. So I think I'll start from this end. So you don't need it to be too thick. I just want it to cover up the creaminess of the tape. So I do like experimenting with different things on my planner pages. Sometimes I just use stickers, Happy Planner stickers, and washi tape, particularly if I need to do a quick spread if I haven't got a lot of time. But otherwise I do like to try and do something that's a bit different. And this isn't for everybody. I mean, a lot of people do planning because it's a clean craft. You haven't got to get dirty, and it's quick and simple to get out and put away. You know, if you like doing something a bit different, or just do it occasionally, it's nice to try something new. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry. Hopefully I've got it all covered. I may, if I come back and find it's looking a bit uneven, I may come back and do another coat. But that looks okay to me. So we'll just leave that now. And yes, of course, I put too much white out. I might put some more tape down and use that white up. So that's it. We'll wait for it to dry, and then we'll come back and do some stamping. I'm just going to now stamp on it. So I've put the stamp onto a large stamping block. This is one from Clarity Stamp, and I'm going to use some black Stazon ink pad. So I'm going to stamp on all of these pieces, and as I say, I can see which I like best and use the others for different projects. What I don't think I said when I was doing the painting of the strips is that I've put them onto wax paper, so that should mean that they peel off quite easily afterwards. Okay, so let's get stamping. So it's quite a big stamp, this. So I want to make sure it's well covered. And you know, I'm stamping on this top one first, but some of it will be going onto the tape below it, and that's fine, because what I want to do is kind of do it randomly across the tape, so that the pattern isn't sitting in the same place all the time, and then I can fill in where I want. See what that looks like. Yeah, so you can see that's this where it hasn't stamped very well is actually in between the tapes. So probably need to put a bit more pressure on it. I'm going to bring the next one down a bit, I think, maybe at an angle. I don't want too many spaces in between. Some is fine, but So I'm turning it kind of upside down and at different angles to try and fit on. Right, so what I'm going to do now, so that I can see the wood for the trees, is peel these off and put them on some fresh wax paper, and then I can see exactly what I've got and whether there's any areas that I want to fill in. So I'm going to do that next. So now you can see a bit clearer what the washi tape looks like, and I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. The first one I did, hasn't come out too well here, but the rest are great. There's just one or two areas where I want to fill in. So some of the bigger areas I'm going to fill in with the original stamp. So like for here, for example, but I'll peel that back so that it doesn't go on there, but I'll just stamp the top part of it. Is use the other stamp in the set, so it's this one here, and again I'm going to do it just in my hand, just to get into the small spaces. Right, so some of them are a bit more smudged than I would have liked, but I think we can get away with it. Because as I say, it's quite random and sketchy, so it doesn't have to be perfect. So I think just trying to decide which one I think I'm going to go with to use on my spread. And it'll be one of these two, I think. So I'm just going to let the Stazon, make sure that's dry now. And then I'm going to go in and start colouring. So these are my two best ones, I think, but I think I'm going to go with this one. It might be that I use that in some other areas, I don't know, but I'm just going to colour this one for now. As I said at the beginning, I'm going to use a distress ink pad and a blending nib. So I've got a blending mat, and I'm just going to, as you can see that I've done there, just put some ink down on there. I'm not going to colour it all in, I'm only going to do one colour, so it's going to be mostly black and white, but just with some pops of colour. So I'll fast forward this as I'm doing, because it's going to take me quite a while, I think. Okay, so that's the colouring done. I'm going to let it dry a bit, and then we'll start to assemble the page. Right, so the washi tape is now dry, and I've cut out some of Planning with Bumble's stickers that I've resized. So first thing I'm going to do is put the washi tape down, so let's move these out of the way. Okay, so I think I want it to go all the way across. So it could be tricky because it's quite long. So. So I just made a little mark on the page where I felt I wanted it to go. So getting it straight, I think, is a possible issue, but we'll see. Bit of a bubble there. Just take that up again and reposition. Yeah, everything else seems flat, so I'll just cut the ends off there. And I'll keep them because I might actually I'll cut the middle first. I'll keep these ends in case I want to use them elsewhere. Okay, so that's the washi tape down. Right, having said that, I want to slip some of the boxes behind it. So I'm just going to lift this up slightly. Hopefully it'll come. Right, so I was thinking of sliding this one behind, and I think we'll have that as a box for Tuesday. Yeah, So my idea is to have some that are sort of emerging from underneath the tape, and then some that look like they're hanging down from it. I also thought I would put what I'm watching and reading in here, so I think I'll slide the book behind as well. Just tuck that in a bit more. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to do for that. And then on the other side, I think I'm going to use another one of those here. Just do a bit of white act on there because you can see it through slightly there. I'll do one more there. And again, I'll wipe that out. Okay, so I think what I'll do next is I want to do the names of the day using Mary Ellen's stickers. So I think I'm going to put those on there first. I don't want to cover them up. So I want to know where they're going to position. And I'm sorry, Mary Ellen, I've had to cut off the little icons at the front because they were just a bit big, but I might use them elsewhere on the page. Right, this is a tricky one because it's quite a long one. Make sure I can get that on. I'm going to white out that at the top. I think I'm going to use these stickers from the journaling sticker book. Oops. To do March up there. Let's check I've got enough of the letters. Yeah. Okay, so I think what I'll do next is put the ones that I want to kind of hang down at the bottom. So I think I'm going to draw my line in pencil before I commit to pen. Stray bit of sticky there. Alright, so let's go in with the pen now and draw the line. Okay, so I made it a bit thicker to try and hide some of my imperfections. I might have made it worse, I don't know. But just smooth that bit out a bit, I think. Okay. Right, so I'm liking it so far. I think the next thing I want to do is to put 1 or 2 boxes at the top. I've got a to-do box here and a checklist one. So I think I might put there. Maybe another to-do there. And the clipboard on Monday, I think. I don't know whether that's too many boxes. I have got in here, I think it's in here, some smaller sort of pinned boxes that I thought I might use. Let's see if I can find them. Perhaps it's in the other one. Yeah, marked it. So actually I think I could put one of these over that there. Going to cut some of the white away from the top again. Okay, so I've put some of the leftover washi up here and I feel I need some down here. So I'm probably going to colour in some bits of the one of the other tapes that I did and just put some down here, I think. So let's do that now. So I coloured in a bit more tape and I've put some at the bottom here and a couple at the top there and a piece in there, so I quite like that. I think what I would also do is just add a little bit of colour to some of these, again using the same ink. So I think I'm going to colour the tape here. And as I've coloured it there, I'll colour it on this side as well. I don't want to add too much colour into it. And I think I will colour the pins in these. Yeah, I don't think I want to add any more colour in. But I think what I want to do is do something with these numbers. I'm thinking of using these. I'm not quite sure whether they're big enough, but let's have a look. I think that will cover it. I just need to get rid of some of this at the bottom. Just about covers it. Okay. That 18's a bit wonky. Let's move that slightly. That's better. Okay, so now I'm going to colour them in. Okay, so I think that's all I'm going to do for now. As ever, when I'm writing in it, I quite often add things in. So I might kind of add in these little icons that I cut off from the words here, and I might colour those in to go around the words. But for the moment, I think I'm really happy with that. Really enjoyed doing that. It's a lot of fun doing your own washi. So you know, do give it a go. And if you get hooked, I do recommend Birgit Kopsen does a great class in making your own washi tape. I'll see if I can find a link to that. But for now, hope you've enjoyed this, and hope you give it a go. And I'll see you next time.